Hello. Last lesson we did get account details method to get the information about user account, get the number, and for later on iterate over the required information. This lesson, as we agreed, we will be working on our third method for API communication. That would be get current price. Today we will work on the method that will access the proper endpoint for market data and get a price for the holding or the stock that we currently own or want to buy. So without further ado, let's go with coding. Def get current price self which is string type, and it will return optional, not dictionary, but float, because it will be the stock price which has decimals, so it will be a float. Next, let's add a comment, get stock price for a symbol, and copying and pasting the token validation part and also the authorization part, the header. So this part we will be copying and pasting here. Okay, let's add some spacing. We had headers, we had ensured the token. Now it's time to access the correct endpoint. For this, we will do a little dive into the API documentation for Schwab. You can see here the server is here, but we already coded and assigned a variable carrying this value. So let's have URL equal string self but let's modify this base URL and market data and the and quote. And here our params will be symbols, which is symbol upper, field, the code. Why we are doing this? Once again, jumping back to here, we can see the codes, get codes, and the example for it you can see here. So this is the example value, that what we will get as a response. You can see here that the data set is code, and in here we will be looking for the last price. Where is it? Last price, this one. we will be looking for this one, this value. So let's get back to our IDE and just check one more time if base URL is correct. API Schwab.com version 1. So let's navigate back. With params closed, now we are assigning response, which will be headers and params, and data. If response is equals to 200 and the data equals response JSON, and if this is correct, if symbol upper in quote data symbol, and from here, oh, why data should be data, and from here get quote, and here will be the set. Let's check if we forgot something. No, I thought it. Why is this explicit return? Okay, it's not time for return yet. And from here we are going to acquire the price. Price equals quote get last price. We saw just a documentation from quote dataset. We will be checking the last price segment. Okay, we got price. Then what's next? If waiting if the price we got return value. If price self logger info current price or symbol is equal to $sign here to show it more accurate, and price we want two decimal figures after it, and here we are going to return not price but float. We're going to convert into the correct type, what our method is going to return, so there won't be any type inconsistencies. So this is done. Let's get back to the next branch. Here, self logger warning. No current price or symbol, and obviously we are moving this. And here we are going to return none, and with this if we are going to have else self logger error price and again here we are returning none, Last, we are going to cover the try segment. I forgot here, add try. And let's align this. And this alignment. We'll move this one, add alignment. One try is missed, and so many tabulations are necessary. And let's check one more time. If, else, and try. Good. So now we are covering the try here, except exception as E, self, logger, error, price check, error, return, and show the error, then return. No. Okay, all our explicit statement requests have been fulfilled. So let's go line by line what we just did. First, we did the validation of the token, provided authorization parameters, and we tried the URL to get the market data. Notice that we used base URL, not the trader URL. Market data and trading operations have different base endpoints. So you can see here that this is the market data. And if we want to check one other thing, there is trader, and you can see here trader version 1. So back to market data. This was the first endpoint, so we didn't get far away. Okay, back to our code. So we provided the URL, we provided a dictionary of parameters that we're going to apply for this URL. So response will be to get with requests this URL with providing headers as authorization and parameters what we want to have at the end. This is basically the API designed by Schwab, so we can change nothing in here. Okay, this is covered, and then if the success code is received, we are saving this data as JSON. So next, one more thing. Why this is upper? Because stock symbol should always be uppercase. Again, this is the design with Schwab. We are calling here the method upper to normalize our input. The field quote here, this tells Schwab that we will be looking quote data, not fundamentals, not option chains or other data. We are just going to need the quote set of data. So when the response is received and the code for it is success, we are checking if symbol upper in data, then check the quote and check the price in the quote. Pay attention to this part specifically because the structure of Schwab is kind of nested. If we will go one more time over this, we will see what this is, the some kind of steps we are taking, steps of depth to level of depth. So it comes the flow, the data, which is here, the symbol, which is here, then it goes to the set of data named quote, and the last one is our desired field, which is last price. So we go 4-level depth: data, symbol, quote, last price. And we use get with default values to handle missing data gracefully. And if there is a price, we are checking for the price here, showing it with 2 decimals, and then converting it into the float type. API type responses comes as JSON, which might represent numbers as strings or floats depending on the endpoint. To avoid anything that will be seen by our code as a wrong type, we are converting it here. We are hard coding some sort of that all we want is the float type, nothing else. So if it is a float, it will remain float. If it is a string, it will be converted into a float. So, and basically we are handling cases when the data is missing, no current price, or price check failed, or some kind of general errors. This was it for this lesson. Next lesson we are going to write another important method, get positions, which will be our holdings. For that we are going to within the same data we are going to check the positions, which is another data set, and among those positions select the ones that we want, the ones that are basically in our user's account. See you next lesson. Thank you for your time.